My name is Nap Alexandru.
And my name is Tudor. We're studying at Nicolae Bălcescu High School, and we're going to interview Mrs. McNamee.
For the first question, what's your definition for multiculturalism?
Multiculturalism, my definition would be living in a location with various cultures, various languages, religious groups, a complete mélange, to use a good French word, of everything that makes up a person coming together under one roof, as it were, in one location.
And what impact does globalization, in your opinion, have on the issue of discrimination?
That's pretty huge. Yes, because in earlier times, before globalization became such, we didn't have mobility the same way, we didn't have technology, we couldn't communicate, we couldn't go on a website and press translate, for example. We had language barriers. We had lack of understanding, things which we don't see every day in our lives, we now see because of globalization, in terms of technology, in terms of mobility of people. I live in a city with 150 nations represented, and my daughters attended school with the same number of nations represented. So we live in a multicultural setting, and the richness of that setting for me is excellent, because it begins to break down barriers as we come close to people and see them face to face. So globalization has in some ways created multiculturalism, but also facilitates us to live within it.
Okay, what resources does the science of psychology have regarding the discrimination?
I think in psychology we begin to understand why we think the way we do, and it is a science of human behavior. So we begin to understand more about ourselves as we study and as we practice, and we also begin to understand more about other people, why they behave the way they do. And I think if we can come to the core issues of who we are and why we think as we do, we begin to break down the barriers in issues like discrimination, and we recognize in others the things that we see in ourselves as well. We mirror, it's like a mirror. When we look at others, we begin to see ourselves. And so psychology digs deeply into the person of who we are, and if we can use that as a tool to resolve some of our thinking, I believe we can make a big difference.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.